Mini research proposal presentation. Writing tips for mini research proposal presentation. 1 slide per minute. However many minutes you have to present, that's your total number of slides. Don't be tempted to slip in more. Keep the format clear. There are lots of templates available to use, but you do best to keep your presentation very clean and simple. Be careful with animations. You can build your slide with animations by adding images, words, or graphics. But do not flash, bounce, rotate, or roll. No animated little clip art characters. No goofy cartoons. They'll be too small for the audience to read. No sounds, unless you are talking about sounds. Your audience has seen it all before, and that's not what they've come for. They have come to hear about your research proposal. Don't be a comedian. Everyone appreciates that occasional light-hearted comment, but it is not stand-up. If you feel that you must make a joke, make only one and be ready to push on when no one reacts. Sarcasm simply won't be understood by the majority of your audience, so don't bother. Unless you're a witless Brit who can't string 3 or more sentences together without. Keep to your written research proposal formula. You need a title slide, with your name, that of your advisor and institution. Several slides of introduction, put your study into the big picture, explain variables in the context of existing literature, explain the relevance of your study organisms and give the context of your own study. Your aims and hypotheses. Methods and materials such as images of apparatus or diagrams of how apparatus are supposed to work. If you can't find anything, draw it simply yourself. Your methods can be abbreviated. For example, you can tell the audience that you will measure your organism, but you don't need to provide a slide of the calipers or balance, unless these are the major measurements you need. And analyses are important. Make sure that you understand how they work, otherwise you won't be able to present them to others. Importantly, explain where each of the variables that you introduced and explained how to measure fit into the analyses. There shouldn't be anything new or unexpected that pops up here. Expected results such as I like to see what the results might look like, even if you have to draw graphs with your own lines on it. Use arrows to show predictions under different assumptions. Budget and timeline. Tips of slides for mini research proposal presentation. Number 1 is title or topic, 1 slide. To ensure that your title and topic point directly to the focus of your research, check to see that key terms in the statement of the gap in the literature and the research aim are reproduced in the title. Number 2 is research, problem, or justification, 1 to 2 slides. Description of your research. What, how, why the research needs to be done. What issue, problem, controversy or important matter has led to research on the topic and set your research into wider context of the discipline. Number 3 is gap in the literature, 1 to 4 slides. Outlines the field of literature and the gap, the main findings to date, theories, debates, and remaining questions within the literature, and explains how the research will contribute to the gap. Number 4 is research aim, objective, question or hypothesis, 1 slide, outlines the focus or names the specific knowledge the research methodology aims to generate. Number 5 is research method and methodology, 1 to 5 slides. Explains what you will do to achieve the research aim or reach your conclusions. Resources. How much time will you need? What equipment and facilities will be used? Collaboration? Budget? Animal research? Does your research involve animals? Appropriate training, understanding legislation, ethics and confidentiality? Does your research involve people? Do you need ethics approval? Can you get enough data? How will you keep it confidential, and health and safety considerations? Number 6 is summary or statement of proposed outcomes of the research. 1 slide. Details within the slides following the overview slide may include information about theory, tools used, description of experiment or design tool, the population or sample from which participants will be selected, location of the sample, the sample size, how the sample will be selected, surveys, questionnaires, and tests used, and how the data generated will be analyzed. Kindly subscribe my YouTube channel Thesis Helper. Thanks for watching.